Good morning, students. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to every single person who is watching this lecture. Myself is TV Chinari is going to take some of your lectures, some of your classes to make economics interesting. We are going to start the lectures. So have a good lecture time. Enjoy the lecture and hope you like, subscribe the channel. Please give comments if anything required. ठीक है? ज़रूर लाइक कीजिए सब्सक्राइब कीजिए So we're going to start with our first chapter, the basics of economics. What is economics? Economics, I have already said in the first lecture of mine, that is, economics is the resources and the needs, and how do we satisfy those needs with those resources which are limited. So we're going to know more depth on this chapter, economics. Okay, so let's start. Happy learning. Please have a copy or a notebook and please note down the points which you want to write it. So we start with our chapter. So I'm just giving you a short view on the syllabus of CMA Foundation Economics and Management. That is, economics is divided into 50 marks and management of the 50 marks. And now, firstly, we are going to cover with economics, and that economics is divided into three main parts. That is, basic concepts of economics, that covers 20%, and the forms of market 20%, and the money and banking 10%. So do not have to worry much. It seems to be a big chapter. Economics is a big subject, but we'll make the learning easier and fun loving. Okay, so अच्छे से पढ़ाई करना, अच्छे से नोट करना, ज़रूर तुम लोग पास हो जाओगे. Nothing to worry. Okay. Yes, so coming to the main topic, that is basic concepts. Concepts, this is just a brief I've just given you to make you know that the syllabus has these concepts. Okay, so one by one we are going to clarify each one concept, so not to worry, it's a very easy subject. Okay, so yeah, the fundamentals of economics, study note 1, that is a chapter 1, basic concepts of economics, and which says about the definition and the scope of economics. Yes, what do you mean by economics? As you can see here, it's called the resources which are limited and the desires are unlimited. Must be thinking why the desires are unlimited. Yes, obviously it is desires unlimited. Don't you know that a person has a number of thoughts which makes us come to the desires as a point. Okay, so because we have resources as very less and scarcity of resources, how do we use those resources and satisfy our wants? The wants are called desires. Okay, so that is what is written here. So how do we effectively use our resources is called economics. It's a basic and a very easy manner of understanding economics. Okay. Yes, as we have in our syllabus, I have got some points, some paragraphs, some notes from the syllabus, and even brought down into a pictorial manner so that you understand easier, and it gets very much you get very much involved into the subject. Okay, so economics is one of the social science. Social science you must be knowing, and yes, it explains about the economic activities of a man, right? Why it is called economic activities of a man? See, now as we know that in a day to day life, whatever we are doing, like if we want to buy a cloth or a t-shirt. Okay, so we go to a mall, right? For going to the mall you need to have a money, like you need to book a cab. So scheduling your activities in a economical way, because economical way, why? Because if a cab driver is saying 100 rupees to go for a mall, and the auto driver is saying you that he'll take 50 rupees just, so what you do is you go for a nominal rate than a higher rate, because your point is you need to reach the mall. So that is called a economical way of managing your activities in a particular day, scheduling your activities. Okay, in short. Yes. So now here we can say what is economics is an activity which is related to earning of money, spending of money, and it is called economic activity. Almost all people are engaged in economic activities because they want to earn the money. The main economic problem is to transform society's resources into consumable commodities by using productive technologies. It is a problem because human wants are unlimited and the social resources are limited. Okay, so now let's go to the next slide. This slide is very much nicely quoted, which says that want is a starting point of economic activity. Wants lead to efforts, and effort leads to satisfaction. And in short, what we say is whatever our wants are, we need to put it on in a proper manner. The efforts for that wants to be satisfied should be in a proper manner. Then only you will get a proper satisfaction, right? Okay. So yes. So now let's understand this total screen, this page which says about the forms of economy. How many forms of economy are there? Or the subject economics is divided into four basic parts: production, exchange, distribution, and consumption. Here you can say in the screen that production is one part, and the distribution, and then exchange, and then consumption. Okay, and end user is the person who is using it. Okay. Yes. Let's know each word properly. Okay, what do you mean by production? Production involves the creation of goods and services by using resources. In short, what I have done is I have put you the factors of production, that is the labor, the land, labor, capital, and enterprises. This means big. You need to have these factors of production for getting a product of a raw material to be converted into a finished goods. So this is a basic idea of factors of production. Okay. Next is exchange. What do you mean by exchange? Yes, we would have heard it a long back that there was exchange in the meaning of barter system. That means when there were kings and queens, they do not used to use money because there was no money that time. There was no money invented. So what they do is they used to exchange the goods in form of for money. Okay, like they used to give 1 kg of potatoes and they used to get some other like they used to get something else like a water bottle or a water, some 1 liter of water. That is called an exchange. So here purely I can say here is a person exchanging a chicken and the other person is giving fish. So this is called barter system, which was actually originated long back because there was no money which was being exchanged by one person to other. So this was a medium of exchange for goods and services. The price is essential for the exchange of goods for money. Okay. Then let's come to distribution. Distribution means sharing of income among the factors of production. Okay, you must have heard about the factors of production. These are the factors of production: land, labor, capital, enterprise. These factors of production here are being distributed. How are these being distributed? We must have learned in the first lecture of mine, that is we have economics divided into macro and micro. Okay, so these two parts are the part of economics. Macro says, as we can see in the picture, it says that it is all about the nation, the country, and micro, it says about the individual development of the organization, enterprise, and the firms. Okay, that's what is written here. Next is consumption. Consumption is an act to use the goods and services to satisfy the wants. In economics, consumption is typically defined as the final purchased by an individual that are not investments of some sort. Okay, so like what you say is like, listen, there is a very important understanding between investment and consumption. Okay, so like you want to buy a house. Okay, when you buy a house and you want to live in it, that's called, you are consuming the house for your own self, right? But if you are buying a house and giving it for a rent, that means you are going to get some money out of that rent. The person who is paying you will get some money. So that is a source of investment. So in short, the reason for purchase determines whether something is viewed as an investment or as a consumption, right? So let's go to the next slide. Yeah, so this was a small short video. You understand the basic concepts of economics, the definition of economics, and how we deal with our chapters. Okay, so I'm ending up with a happy note, giving you a quotation here, that is, we don't have a great day always. Okay, we need to make it great, you understand? Every day is not great. We need to make our day great. So please work for a great day. Enjoy the lectures. Subscribe and like. Please like it and do give comments if anything required. Thank you so much. Bye. Enjoy the day. Have a good day.